It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show with Lady Love, Bad Funny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show, and cheese show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the bacon, egg, and cheese show, and cheese show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, first topic of the day was Tory Lanez about to destroy the music industry. So we all know back in the day, Bill Cosby was allegedly about to go and buy NBC, and then all of a sudden, Bill Cosby's whole empire crumbled down. So they have some theories out here about Tory Lanez. Let's check it out.
Tory Lanez listed his album as an NFT. He sold the album for $1. People bought the album for $1. Then they resold it for a higher price over and over and over and over and over and over again. Every time it was resold, he got a percentage of those sales. So he set it up for the purpose of people reselling his album. He made $1 million in 50 minutes. And then he made another $400,000 after it was resold. Y'all gotta understand. Imagine.
All right, the man, he's not somebody I want to listen to all day long. But how do you ladies feel about what he just said?
I mean, I wouldn't think that. I mean, if this is true, and I wouldn't downplay it and say that I don't believe it. I mean, whenever Black people are, in a position of power, they don't like that. They don't want you to win. But more importantly, we know how much artists are, not appreciated in getting their money. I mean, y'all know better than I do, but this makes sense.
Well, first off, you said we know better than you do.
But y'all artists, so y'all know how you had, you might be getting, but y'all know artists that are not.
We'll go into that. That's a great segue to the next story. Me personally, people say there's no money in the music industry. There's tons of money in the music industry forever. It's just when you have bad deals and you have people who are robbing and stealing from you. But to stay on topic with this Tory Lanez situation, I think that it was genius what he did, but I don't think it was enough for them to want to take him down. You know what I'm saying? You made 1.4 million. Let's take him down. I don't think it was that much of an impact and whatever. But you can't shoot people in the foot and then do great stuff like this and then expect us to think it's a conspiracy. I was totally on his side until all the evidence came out. I would have sent his ass to jail too. It was just hard to believe Megan because she was dishonest with things on her end, so it was just a lot of dishonesty. So you didn't know who to pick. But I will say I am very happy it's over now, because for like a year or two they had us gripped with the whodunit story, like that movie Glass Onion. So
like Clue.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what I really like is, if it is true, I like the fact that, we could get more information now that we wasn't able to get. Everybody was holding on to it. And so if it is true, thanks for dropping, the information and letting people know. And so, artists could start doing, the same thing and generating their own money. So shout out to you. And make sure y'all get my NFT.
And get bulletproof Jordans, because you don't want nobody trying to come through and get you after you NFT your songs. okay?
Speaking of everything they just said, Quentin Miller is back in the news. I don't know if you guys remember him, Meek Mill, when he had beef with Drake, exposed Drake for having a ghostwriter. Quentin Miller was, you know, really thrown under the bus, and at that time, I believe he lost a leg. I know he had a hard, car accident. Yeah, like it was crazy. But now Quentin Miller's back in the news because he did an interview with DJ Vlad, which we all find to be interesting.
And then the fallout from this whole situation happened. Taxstone said he got death threats in Philly over the whole story. You know, but Taxstone is going to be Taxstone, so he wasn't really tripping. And then OG Macko came forward and said that you had blamed him over some of the stuff that happened.
Well, that's because OG Macko did, because Meek didn't know my name at the time. I mean, I'm sure he would have found out, though. But he was like, who said my name? I mean, he said, what's his name? What's the guy's name that writes the shit? And OG Macko, you know, he put out, you know, he told him, like, oh, it's Quentin Miller, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it just felt like he got himself involved in some shit that, like, just didn't have nothing to do with him. He didn't really know the situation or what was going on. You know, I don't know, man. Even y'all interviewed that y'all had, man, like, I don't know. So a lot of things were exaggerated, but it's crazy because
okay, that clip is 4 minutes long, and I don't know where the part
Baby.
is. Basically, Quentin Miller is exposing, saying that he's never made any money off of the songs he wrote for Drake. He's never received any publishing. Now, he did mention somebody named Tricky, and I do know Tricky has been in the music industry for a long time. He's an artist himself, but the only way that you won't receive publishing on songs that you have written on is when somebody else is receiving your publishing. I had experienced that years ago. One of my cousins, you know what I'm saying, had took ownership of my publishing. So I know that it's definitely real out here. You know, I feel bad for Quentin because, you know, he wrote some really great records for Drake and really big records, helped write with Drake because he said he didn't write it word for word, but we definitely heard the reference tracks. So I just think it's unfortunate to have, you know, worked with the biggest rap artist there is, hands down, you know, and not get your credit or get money for it.
Well, we don't know if Quentin has a leg to stand on, but
You're an asshole.
maybe Drake is not hiding the money from Quentin. He hiding Quentin from the money. Maybe Drake knows that Quentin might put the money up his nose. We don't know. Allegedly. I don't know. I just felt like being spicy. Babs, how do you feel about this Quentin versus Drake story?
I really don't care, to be honest with you. At this point in time, these artists, somebody's writing for somebody. I don't even care. Like, it don't matter to me. Listen, man. Listen. Shout out to the people that's still writing their own SHIT, you know, who wasting their time writing their own stuff. Because we see the biggest artists don't write their own stuff. So I'm not writing no more. All you writers out there, come do the work for me. All right? Put me in a DM, send me some records. I spit your bars, because this is just what is happening here. Everybody's spitting each other bars, and
well, Diddy said,
"What's
don't
up, Bo
worry
Black?"
if I write
So
rhymes,
that's just what it is.
Checks. So as long as the checks is clearing, then it don't matter what the people hearing. Hi, how you doing?
How you doing? How y'all doing? Happy New Year's to all of you.
Same to you. Tell us where you from. Tell us your name. Where you from?
I'm from Fresno, California.
Hey.
I go by the name Cali the Lyricist, but I'm Chanel.
I'm Chanel too.
And I love Chanel bags.
Chanel.
But yeah, I just had, you know, I always catch your lives, but then I'm always dip into it at the same time. But I just had to come on here real quick because, like I said, Lady Luck, I've been following you for many years. Matter of fact, the battle that you did with Remy Ma is what caught my attention initially. and it just made me want to get involved in music and
You ain't
stuff
follow
like
me
that.
because I was light skinned and you rap because like
Oh no.
no. Like
No,
we low key look related like this.
Y'all do from
know,
far away if you squint.
Yeah, like down the street.
When you did
You
that
got
battle,
food poisoning. Like, got they twins.
when you did that battle though, it's crazy because a lot of people did hit me. It was like, you know, y'all favorite, especially when you had, you know, that look going on. I guess that's the look I'm pretty much carrying now.
When she had the what look? What look was that?
You know,
When her chain was hanging, had her moving like
Igor. She showed up to that battle not ready to play though. She wasn't coming to play. I could definitely, I saw that, but it inspired me, and I just wanted to let you know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I grew up with my grandmother. I just laid her to rest this year, in November 18th to be exact. And my grandmother was the SHIT talker in the family, and so I learned a lot from her too. But it was the motivation of watching your video which made me really want to get involved, you know what I'm saying, in this whole little music industry stuff. So, you know, I'm still building. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm building.
Well, I mean, we all are. I mean, Brooklyn Babs right here from. She made the band.
With Babs,
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. She ain't making the band. She made the band.
So you see, listen.
I appreciate you. And on Fridays, we're gonna start having freestyles and all that other stuff. So we definitely gonna need you to pull back up my Chanel twin and spit some bars for us, definitely. So we're gonna let you know on our Freaky Friday. All right.
No problem. And then you get to see what it is that you inspired me to do.
Twin.
I wanted to hear it now. So y'all, you trying to rush? I wanted to hear what was the inspiration. I wanted to hear a little.
I'm just saying, luck went hard in the paint on that battle. Like went hard in the paint. I promise you. And I don't care what nobody say that. You know, people try to say it was Remy. Nah, it wasn't Remy. And so, okay, I'm gonna try to keep this PG-13. I'll kind of give you my intro. How about that?
All right.
And it says, I come through your TV like poltergeist. Mobster DOI, man, don't believe the hype. These people talk a lot, they bark a lot like dogs, nigga. They know for talking to pigs. I run with hoes. Rap addict like Biggie and Tupac Shakur. I'm so raw, you spell that backwards, you got war. I'm from the valleys you don't want to mess with. Look, I'm trying to say it without the cuss words. And it's like,
you could cuss. This ain't Disney Channel.
But you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm definitely a SHIT talker. I will tell you that.
Just like
I bet we're gonna keep you locked in. And on Freaky Friday, when we start that, I'm definitely gonna need you to come bless us with some bars when you're ready. Put the beat on, you know what I mean, and definitely show us how y'all get down in Fresno.
My Instagram is I'm under Cali the Lyricist. But I'm about to lock you in too right now, though. But I'm Cali the Lyricist on Instagram. And I'm going to
follow you back.
What up, Cat?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
How you trying to lock her in? How she said she about to lock
follow
her
me on
in,
Instagram. Why you always trying to throw me to somebody?
Let me clarify that. I'm going to follow her on Instagram.
I appreciate you, Chanel.
I want to be on the music show, too. I want to spit some bars, too.
That's twin right there. We both named Chanel. A couple is in the news right now, and they're being shamed for blocking the row till they find the right passenger to ride with them. So the wife took the seat by the window, the husband took the seat by the end, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't think we like that. Right. I don't know. Up to you.
Well, they're from Arkansas, so we already
Arkansas.
Well, I'm not going to call them racist or anything like that, but the reason why that's dumb to me is because when I pay, assigned seats, exactly. When I get my ticket, it tells me where I'm sitting.
You're not Southwest.
Oh, you just
not on Southwest.
That's what they was not on Southwest.
Don't do that. No, Southwest is musical chairs, right? So when you buy a Southwest ticket, you board as groups, group A, B, and C. So or it's open space. If you in Group A, which you want to be in Group A, you get on the plane first, and so you sit wherever you want to sit. There are no assigned seats on Southwest. So for people who never flew Southwest, I'm about to give y'all a gem right now. Now, when you book your ticket, they give you the choice to pay extra for them to automatically check you in the early, the top group, Group A. You got to pay extra. I think it's like $25. And so if you flying around trip, that's $50. You know you automatically getting in Group A, you're going to be good with your seat. Or you have to set your alarm. Book Southwest, let me tell you what I do. I set my alarm because you could check in 24 hours before your flight. And so as soon as the 24 hours hit, I'm already on my phone, my information in, and I hit check-in. And sometimes when I do that, I still wind up in like Group A 25 because people already paying to be pre-checked in. So that's how Southwest go. You check in early, you get into a Group A or Group B. Even if you in Group B, if you like in Group B 1 through 10, you still good. But anything after that, you might be sitting in the middle.
Yeah, I never flew Southwest, so
somebody.
thank you for talking me out of booking their flight. I got to book a flight later today.
I'm not talking you out of it. It's really the fares are good and the flights are good. It's just about that. If you don't know, you will get caught up. So you could book Southwest. Just pay the extra $25 or check in early. That's it.
I'm with you.
I be going on JetBlue. I love JetBlue.
Yeah.
I love JetBlue,
especially in the pandemic. But the thing is that now they done itemize everything and make everything, you know. But I still like JetBlue. That's my airline of choice.
Oh, with Southwest, you get 2 free check bags. Let me tell y'all that. Southwest, you could check your first 2 bags for free.
You're just gonna have to
get a
figure out where you
carry-on
fit
bag.
in.
So it's worth.
Yeah.
It's worth. You can. It doesn't matter if you get in Group A. So it's worth the to set your alarm. You know, it's worth it, and your flight will probably be cheap. But the last time I flew JetBlue, it was dirty. I took pictures and sent the email because it was it was dirty. Like in between the seats, it was like they didn't clean.
I think they merged with Spirit.
I don't
That's
like
why.
that. But Delta, it's Delta. Somebody said it's Delta. Delta got it hands down, but you better have that Delta fare hands down too. So you better book way in advance if you book in Delta or
I'm a Priceline.
But you get what you pay for.
So right now, parents have an alternative of the YT parents, and basically they'll leave their child in the hotel room with a new monitor, and the monitor is connected to your smartphone, so it lets you know if anybody moves, if any noises are made, if anything happens. And people are going on vacation, and when the baby is asleep, they leave the baby in the room. And they, they monitor them, and then maybe they'll come back and check it out and then bounce. One lady who works for ABC, she got, she had a 5-year-old and like a 3-month-old, and she left them in the hotel room while her and her husband went around the corner to have dinner. And they got caught. But so what do you ladies think? Because I know that you guys have children. Some parents are saying that they're not with it. One lady lost her 3-year-old daughter. She vanished in her bed at a rental home in Portugal while her parents died nearby. The 11-year missing person investigation closed last year, and the case currently remains unsolved. So she did have the monitor. It just probably wasn't the new updated $240 one that they have out. But would you ladies? I don't know if you want to talk about it on the show, but would you ladies go around the corner and, you know what I mean?
Y'all don't know how stressful these doggone kids could be. Let me tell you. Baby. You say no now. You say no now, and then you'll be like, give me the camera. I need a drink. All right? And then you got to go to the bar and go do what you do. Get you some salmon or whatever and some mushrooms like Luck Light. And, the little drinky drink, little smoky smoke.
Yo, I made some rockin' mushrooms last night. Truffle mushrooms.
I love truffle.
Yeah, me too. My sister bought me that for Christmas. So I had the oil, the salt, and the whatever it goes on top. So Maria was like, "Oh my God, I hope you like it," because it just smelled like pure truffle downstairs. And I fried the mushrooms up real tight. I had to have a vegan dinner last night because we're going to visit my
You
grandmother.
look skinny.
No, going to visit my grandmother and then put some weight on me. But speaking of getting a
wait. I want to say something about the parent and the monitor thing.
All right, but make sure you say something about a drink because that was a good segue.
Ah. So I do feel like this is a good thing to have should there be an emergency. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be super transparent. So my daughter is
transparent.
But my daughter, she's 13 now, but there was a time I think she was maybe like around 7 or 8, and I had to run out. So not even 7 or 8 because she didn't have the iPhone yet. She had to be like 9, maybe like 9. So what we did was I put her on FaceTime. I said, I'll be right back. And we did FaceTime, and I ran out real quick, and I ran right back. And I'm not going to lie, like, if it's an emergency, okay, cool. But if you're on vacation with your family, like, do family time. Like, what are you doing? Like, if not, you need to find a sitter or leave the kids with your mother or something, because God forbid, while you out, something happens to you, and now nobody knows your child is in the room, or God forbid, something's happening to your child and you watching it. Do you have enough time to actually run and help them if God forbid somebody busts in the room, like, get on, like, like now it's like, oh, like, what are you doing? So I feel like an emergency circumstance is great. I actually think that this monitor would be wonderful for people who have to take care of the elders and the elderly, because like my grandmother, every time I go see her, she is so stubborn that she don't want to lay down when she's tired. She talking about, I'm not tired, I'm watching TV, or I'm just laying, and I'm watching her nod, and it's like, God forbid, if I keep telling her you don't want, but that's why I told my dad and my uncle she need a baby monitor, like, so y'all can at least hear her. But I think this would be great for the elderly, especially if they want to get a drink or something.
Perfect. Speaking of drink, rapper Shy Glizzy's ex-associate, Aunt Glizzy, casually admits he's Shy Glizzy. I guess he's a rapper. I've heard of him before. I'm not familiar with his music, but the story was interesting to me because he admits he allegedly spiked women's drink along with Shy Glizzy. Everybody's telling on everybody in 2023. This is the year of 6ix9ine, and he claims Shy Glizzy taught him how to do the shit. They've been doing it for 15 years. Let's take a look and see what he has to say.
Y'all, I don't remember. I swear y'all got the recording. I've been told y'all Shy spiked them bottles. Fuck. I know he spiked them bottles. On GQ, I spiked a couple bottles with him. I spiked one with him before. The little Joe, back in the day, I ain't gonna say no names, but I spiked the bottle with him before my mother. I was just spiking. I spiked one bottle with him before. I'm wild. I'm guilty. I ain't gonna lie. He showed me how to do it, and I did it one time. I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie. I didn't buy the liquor or the shit to spike with, though. He did it. He just told me how to do it real quick. Like, he just put the Molly in a Patron. I bet you it was a Patron or a 42. Wasn't no 42 out at the time. But he be putting that shit. You gotta put that shit in a dark drink and stir that shit up. I swear to God, every cup. And listen to me. Any girl that ever been around Shy Glizzy was you super duper drunk and shit, just think about it. Now you can think about it. Now this shit like the Me Too movement. Any girl that ever been around the Glizzy gang, just think about when y'all got drunk. Y'all was super drunk. Like that was the extras drunk y'all ever did. That'll let you know right there. I swear to God, my mother. It's some girls know they was with the Glizzy gang. They got drunk and shit when they're like extra drunk. They don't know how. Like it's more.
First of all, he talking too fast with the Glizzy gang. Like I don't like it. I don't like it.
He sounded.
And at this point, you an accessory to, like date rape.
He took a Molly.
I'm sorry, I know I don't mean to say the word, but that's what it's called. But isn't he an accessory? Even if he says it's only one time, the fact that you was a part of it, you helped him. You was like his sous chef. You said he had the recipe, but you assisted. So you're just as bad.
The unfortunate thing about that is I think that if nobody went to report a crime that was done, if nobody was forced to do anything or, things of that nature, unfortunately, like he's just exposing how much scum they are.
That's crazy.
He's laughing about it. Like he thinks that this is exciting. To me, I just think that men who have to spike women's drinks, besides you being a predator, you a clown, you a sucker, and you don't get no pee. Because if you have to get somebody so inebriated that they want to be intimate with you, then you's a clown. you know, I was with one of my ex drink was spiked when we were together, and I didn't believe it initially, but I know that we both drank the same drinks, and I know that she is a professional alcoholic. I've seen her drink a whole liquor store, and that never happened to her. You get what I'm saying? Like, she threw up on herself in the Uber. She couldn't move. She's laying on the ground in the driveway. I had to hose her down like this, and then yeah, because well, how's we gonna get the throw up? And we at her white friend house. Her white friend got a mansion. We both carrying this big bitch inside. But the point of it is, it's like, you know, it's predatory and it's real sick for people to have to, you know, spike somebody's drinks. Like how do you live with yourself knowing that, yeah, I'm gonna get this? Like, what is your train of thought? Like, yeah, I'm gonna get shorty lit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
isn't that a little bit kind of this, like, not to the certain, I agree. I'm just asking the questions that people want asked, right? When men or women, whomever, right, when they take you out on a date, they kind of trying to get you drunk that day. They might not spike it, but the shots and the margarita and a little bit of the little chief session, all of these things that they doing, they trying to get you to feel more loose and comfortable and liberated and and to get the libations going. They trying to do the same thing, but on a lower scale, no?
Yes, I do that all the time, but I too am partaking in it. So we're both getting lit. We're both ordering, you know what I'm saying? Or you could order your little lemon drop or whatever. So I'm ordering the double shot of Patron every time. So what, am I a predator to myself? Like, we here having a good time. You could go out. Alcohol is legal. But for me to put something extra in there to get you extra drunk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like when girls are too drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither. I hate being a drunk girl.
Yeah, like when you too drunk, it's a turn. Like, I can't even get myself, you know, prepared to do stuff with you. Bunny?
Well,
I don't like drunk unless I'm drunk, right? If I'm not drunk, you look crazy to me if I'm not drunk. So it could be a turn off. But I'm gonna say, ladies, y'all gotta stop going into these spots and letting the dude call you in his section and he got the bottles already and he like, oh, you want a drink? And the bottle was already open because you just like, oh, I'm getting free drinks. I look cute. I'm getting free drinks. I'm smoking. They passing you the L. You don't even know what's in that shit. Like, and you smoking that, you drinking. They pouring you a drink out of a bottle that they already had on their table. You don't know what the fuck is in that bottle. So unless you know these people, you at the table when the waitress bring the bottle, you see her open the bottle and pour your drink for you. Like, and then that's a different situation. But that's how you will get lined up, you know? So just get your own shit. Really, like, listen, if you know, the only way you're going to really get me if you sprinkle some shit in my food. Because I'm like, I'm watching. I'm not trying to drink a bottle you already had open. But if you offer
chicken wings.
Oh, now.
Niggas lace the flour
Like,
before
you know
they
what I'm saying?
shake
You want
the
a
bag
wing?
and
I
fry
might be like, yeah. I always grab a wing. I'll be like, oh, let me get one of those. I don't even be knowing people.
Yo.
And I ask them for a wing. I ain't even going to hold you. If you walking in a club and you got a fresh batch of wings, I'll be like, hey, what's up? Where you get them from? Oh, over there, it's a long line. Ooh,
Yo, it's so funny. I'm going through my footage that I have from like 11, 12 years ago when I was in, you know, heavy in the strip club. And one of the girls walked in and she's eating a plate of wings. And they like, yo, she just got that from a customer. And some of the wings that they finished eating was still on the plate. And she was like, so what? I knew them. You know what I mean? I said, yeah, we got to use this in the documentary. I ain't gonna act like when I was in the strip club, I ain't go up to people and take a wing or two, you know what I'm saying? Because they knew how to put them wings together. So,
listen, the strip clubs got some of the best food. I'm not gonna hold you. I had some really good food in the strip club.
Perfection.
Like,
is that what they call it now?
For real.
Good food.
Yeah.
No. Perfection, Sin City, yo, they lobster used to be crazy.
Oh,
yo.
Sin City lobster.
They used to be crazy, and Jersey girls too. Jersey girls. So shout out all the chefs. I hope that they in some good restaurants now. You know what I'm saying?
When I'm in a strip club, the dudes try to give me money to throw at the chicks. I'll be like,
if
nah,
you give me
money
money
something
to throw at the chick, I'm throwing it at myself because I'm a chick.
No,
Give me a
I definitely
platter.
put money in my pockets, but I've been guilty of giving people money and they have put it in their pocket too.
If you give me money, I'm not throwing it at
Definitely,
nobody's
I don't give
stripper.
it all.
Like, what are you talking about, sir? I'm
I
definitely
give them some, but I don't give it all. Some
$5.
going in my
Speaking
pocket.
of giving it all, R. Kelly reportedly used an NDA to silence Aaliyah and her family about marriage annulment and physical abuse. It wasn't just an underage relationship. He used to put hands on her. And this is coming. The latest claims are presented during the final episode of Lifetime Surviving R. Kelly, which is produced by my homegirl. She is really taking this all the way. And the NDA was a part of his federal trial. It used as evidence. When Aaliyah was only 15, the marriage certificate was 18, and it was annulled. So they got married in 94 and got annulled in 95. R. Kelly's marriage, as a ruse for him, escaped jail time for statutory rape. That's why he married her. The NDA was also mentioned in R. Kelly's New York trial in 2022, but received little attention. Jim, whatever, who first revealed R. Kelly's sexual abuse 20 years ago, unearthed the NDA he used to silence Aaliyah. I don't know. I think I heard you at Tamara Simmons. Shout out to Tamara. My girl's taking that all the way. I didn't, don't quote me on it, but I definitely believe that in order for them to get the NDA and things of that nature, he gave the publishing. Oh, I'll be back. Thank you for the badge. See, I don't have to dig in your pocket.
Well, when will you be back? Okay, Albie.
No, but I heard that for one, I don't know if R. Kelly was sleeping with her mother. That's ridiculous. But I do know something along the lines like they gave her the publishing, or the uncle took back the publishing for something that happened in their relationship. Don't quote me on it. It's been a minute, but R. Kelly is definitely a predator, and it hurts because I love his music. But yeah,
it's very unfortunate. Are you able to separate the artist from the music, or do you just throw it all away? Because it's something that I struggle with. Like, I was at my cousin's wedding, and we was jamming. It was the reception. We was here with us. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Next, you know, he said, "Pick it, pick it." Now I know somebody. I said, my heart couldn't do it. Like, I had to sit down. I just didn't feel right stepping in the name of love.
Well, I'm always one to say that everybody should, if we canceling R. Kelly, we need to cancel everybody, because we can't have a TV show Surviving R. Kelly on Lifetime, and then we have Elvis movie on HBO, and he clearly married his wife at 14.
True.
People since the beginning of time, men since the beginning of time, has always loved younger women. I mean, it's just a thing. I didn't see the Elvis movies, but I just know that he's being commemorated, or whatever the word is, and he
commemorated.
And he clearly was a predator himself. So I think they but R. Kelly, to find out that he was abusive towards Aaliyah, and I just think that he's a scumbag. And of course, I can listen to, now usually I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? We was on the ride home coming back from Florida, and I played all my favorite R. Kelly joints. You know,
I might be able to enjoy them in the confines of my own home. I'm not gonna lie, I might be able to, but I don't know if I publicly could cut a rug.
Yeah.
For, you know, my body, because now that you know, the body that was calling him was a 13-year-old body.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
You reminded me of my Jeep. He meant the Barbie Jeep.
Seems
the
like
fact
you ready.
That we now know, it made me sad because I have a daughter.
My guy, seems like you ready.
And it definitely wasn't ready. It wasn't ready, Aura.
I don't.
It wasn't ready.
Listen, you still listen to BBD. They said backstage, underage. Keith Sweat was singing about young girls. All of them. At the end of the day, if you're gonna still listen to all of these R&B singers from back then you can still listen to R. Kelly. Like, we got rappers that's in jail for murder, and people still listen. If you listening to Mystical, if you still watch yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, at this point, from what I've seen in the industry and what I've heard, if we was to start, you know, knocking people down and cancel, we would have no music, right? We would have nothing. I remember I interviewed Choke No Joke, and I'm not gonna get into too much because I want to make it home tonight, right? But he was saying how, you know, Jay-Z was dating Aaliyah, and this is what Choke No Joke said. This is his truth. Jay-Z was dating Aaliyah, and that Dame scooped her. So it's like, it's crazy to know that even Jay-Z was and R. Kelly, they went on tours together, and it's like, it kind of make you think there was rumors that, you know, Jay-Z was messing with his younger artists. We not gonna say their names. Y'all could do y'all Googles. So it's like, you know, and
Foxy Brown.
The opinions that you are hearing are just those of Lady Luck.
Public.
Okay.
Knowledge.
But yeah, so with that being said, it's like, you know, it's certain behaviors that seem, you know, like people were turning the blind eye and they were letting them happen. But now the millennials, okay, they are taking it back in blood. They don't care. And also music, you know, what they say, art imitates life. So it's like, you know, after the show was a birthday party and Barney and everybody was there. So it's like, you just
look. I was getting managed by Lizette Presario and RPM back in the day. And I was at the office and they had called Aaliyah was chasing Jay-Z to the Hamptons in the helicopter. That's how you know. No, ain't no alleged. I was there. I ain't saying no alleged. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you are, because they're not going to Tasha K our bank account, allegedly.
I'm not saying no allegedly. Them people ain't come check. I was there. I was there. Yeah, shout out to this lady and everybody, but I was there, you know, and I was being very nosy, and Jay-Z and Aaliyah were messing with each other first. So I know for a fact, and then Dame and Jay did that movie, and at the end they try to convince all of us, no, Dame, Jay was messing with Aaliyah at the time.
Yeah,
and
I heard that was the downfall. That was the beginning.
That's why he started messing with Becky with the good hair. That was
did that, because I heard he.
But Jay was being Jay.
Allegedly,
Jay was being Jay. So you know, maybe at the time he wasn't ready to love her. And I mean, Aaliyah, rest in peace. But shorty, you messed with him and then his man, and then like you know how we feel about that if she was still alive.
But first of all, we know that's based off of her
with
Robert Kelly.
Yeah,
that she was treated, and they, you know, children and women that experience sexual assault. It's different. She probably have daddy issues, and the fact that her parents allowed her to get married at 15, sign an NDA so that they could all cover everybody's tracks. We don't know, baby girl, and what was going through her mind. And we love you, Aaliyah, and we don't know what was written in that 4-page letter, okay? So what we not going to do is drag Aaliyah through the mud, okay? We not doing that. We not doing it.
Her mother giving me 90 vibes, right? Where the older guy would mess with the girl, but the mother was on drugs. And so he was able to give her like $40, not even 40 back then. It was like $25.
Yeah, nickel bags. She was getting.
And you know, if he had some krills, he could give her that too. Buy her a little 40 or a little bottle of Smirnoff, and and then she's out of here. The daughter's gone.
Aaliyah, we don't know, you know. So she probably had a lot of difficulties and things she was going through. They made her wear a patch for the first 8 years of her career because they was trying to straighten that eye out. It was a lot going on. That messes with your spirit, okay? And by the time she came out of her shell and she was more feminine and she was dressing different, she was showing us both of her eyes because now they was both straight. That's when we lost her, right? In the thick of her about to blossom and become one of the greats. Like, she's great, but that was not even the beginning of what she was going to do. So I don't like that. I don't like
Yo, if I mess with a girl and then she messed with my right hand man,
that's not even his right hand man. That was his left hand. That's all he had left. That was not his right hand.
Yo,
he had Tata.
Aaliyah's not here to defend herself. Y'all need to pipe down. The girl is not here to defend herself. But you know who is here to defend herself?
Yo,
Right, time out. No, that was a good segue.
I hope she don't hear.
So Luck,
I hope she don't hear
that was a good
what
segue.
y'all was just saying about her, Lady Luck. So I hope that her hearing aid is turned off and she don't hear what you was saying about her today on Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
you
I wouldn't
out
give
the
a fuck.
door
Yo,
in the back.
2023, I don't care anymore. Like, y'all not calling my phone, holding me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have your phone number. Like, you're not liking my pictures, Foxy. So I'm going to say what I need to say. None of these people, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid. Like, you know.
She beat bitches up in the nail salon for not giving her the right acrylic. So
Foxy came in my DM recently. Like, this was like last year when she had the 20th anniversary for her album. And like, oh, you not going to celebrate it or post it? I'm like, bitch. Come on, man. Yo,
but did you not post it right after she thugged you or not?
I might put it in the story or something.
All right. Because you ain't want her to come, okay?
You know what I mean?
You
But
okay? You had
speaking of people.
You had to make it home that night. Speaking
of, nah, shout out Fox. Fox,
you want her to bad mama jamma you in your eye, okay?
Fox,
we love you, Foxy. Hopefully you don't hear
legend.
nothing we said today.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen.